Good afternoon. And for the first time in over a month, man, listen, I haven't said this in a long time. Welcome to the Employ Baltimore show. That's right, we back like we never left because we never really left. We just took a break. You've been still getting great content as we ran some reruns, but this is our first live broadcast in well over a month. And I'm excited about today because I got a bunch of people here to talk about the great things that are happening in the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Some things that you may have heard before that have been updated, upgraded. Y'all, we've been doing it good, doing it great, doing it like only the Mayor's Office of Employment Development can do. So the first thing I need you to do is to like, love, share, share, share. Go to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development Facebook page, share it to your page. If you're a guest on the show, if you're a staff person that noticed our first time back live in a while, share, share, share. The idea is that we get all of the great information that we have out to as many people as possible so we can continue to do the great work that we do. Before we go any further, I got to shout out one of the best producers in the game, one of the best podcast producers in the game, Miss Katanya Lester, business service representative for the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. She is riding out with me, making the magic happen, and she was holding it down while so many other things that were going on throughout the agency. Y'all gonna hear about it today. We have been in so many spaces. The group violence reduction strategy, the squeegee collaborative, you name it. The Mayor's Office of Employment Development has been involved and all around it because we are essential to the progress of the city of Baltimore in every area that we can be. I see the manager from the Youth Opportunity Program, Mr. Tavon Thomas, who himself is an amazing host. I don't know if we're going to get Yo Live back, but it would sure be a treat. And maybe we can get him to come on and co-host here one day because we are one family. So if you are here and you are part of the MOED family, I want you to get in the comments right now. We want to see that you here rocking with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development and the Employ Baltimore show. We want to shout you out because it's great work happening throughout our agency. Before we go on, y'all see I got my purple on. Y'all know what time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year because football is back. The Baltimore Ravens are back. Y'all, listen, I'm excited about this football season. We've been looking good, and we've been having some of those moments. But I'm going to always ride with my purple. I'm going to always ride with my Ravens because, listen, y'all, I believe this is our year. I believe we're going to get the kinks worked out, get it figured out. We back from a lot of injuries and things of that nature. Lamar is looking marvelous, and we are going to really, really make some noise. So if you're a Ravens fan, get in the chat and put "Let's Go Ravens." Y'all see that my producer got it up on the screen. I want to see it in the chat from as many people as I possibly can. Let's go Ravens. While we're talking about the chat, if you get on the actual broadcast where we have the Mayor's Office of Employment Development page, Baltimore Mayor's Office of Employment Development page, we can get your comments and questions on the screen because today is going to be a wealth of information. Baseball season has ended. The Orioles surprised some people, made some real noise in the division, and our future is looking bright. Even though we didn't get there, y'all know me. You might see me at any given time with my black and orange on. I love my Orioles. I'm a home team kind of guy. So we definitely want to shout them out and salute what they were able to accomplish and making some things happen. While we're talking about things that are going on right now, we got to shout out two major things that happened in October. I know we gearing up across the spectrum to be able to do this. We are talking about Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're talking about the Domestic Violence Awareness Month. These are two things that primarily affect the women in our community, but we do know that on both sides, the breast cancer side and on the side of our domestic violence, there are men that can be impacted. I believe that the greatest concerns that we have in our community and in our society can be fixed by the family. So y'all check up on your loved ones. Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Listen, we have people that come in that talk to us about domestic violence. We don't want to shame people. We don't want to make people, we don't want to say things where you could just leave. Y'all listen, if you know somebody in this situation and you want to help, get some information. Get some information on how to help so that we can be effective, y'all, and rock your purple this month because Domestic Violence Awareness Month's colors are purple. So make sure that you're doing a good thing, doing the right thing, and doing the informed thing if you want to help or be a blessing to somebody that's in one of those spaces. And likewise for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Y'all, look, rock your pink. Put your pink ribbons on. We are defeating cancer. We have more technology and information. I talked to a friend of mine the other day who her sister got some information. We praying for her, but we're grateful that there's so much that can be done to help. So rock your pink this month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Family, we are going to show up for our loved ones and make sure that any enemy of our community can be defeated, even if it's a medical condition. All right, that's right. Nikki, follow Nikki Reed's lead. Put your purple and your pink hearts up in the comment section, y'all. And without further ado, we are about to kick this thing into overdrive. And I got some friends with me today, y'all. Listen, whenever we come into a new season of the show, we like to make that show about what's happening in the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. And we have some amazing people that are with us today that I'm totally excited about. So I'm about to call them one by one on the screen. I'm talking about the workforce supervisor that works opposite of me, my big brother, the one who I always pay homage to, is the man that taught me so much about this work, this job, and just how to serve the community in general. My big brother, y'all, we got Mr. Darrell Falls with us today. What's up, Darrell?
What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm excited about
I'm back. I'm surprised I'm back.
Well, look at your house, man. You look like you live in large with the baby grand piano.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, might just play a little tune for y'all. But, you know.
I'm excited about you being here today,
Yes,
man.
brother.
We got so many great things coming up, but we're going to keep it moving. The very next brother he's a part of the Three Amigos. The Three Amigos would be myself, Darrell, and this brother right here. He is one of the hardest working men in workforce development. We call him the hustler. He's the one that still does it the old school way, where he grinds. Technology ain't speed him up or slow him down. I'm talking about the man at the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center, where they're impacting the casino impact area. The man of himself, Bill Collins.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Bill, you
I had a mansion too, but I decided to go with my row house because I did grow up in a row house in South Baltimore.
That's right.
Darrell, I don't know if you remember that or not, because we sort of grew up in the same neighborhood, Mr.
You know,
Manson.
I'm from the bricks, so you know I know that background.
I got my bricks.
in many ways than one.
Y'all wilding out already, and I love it. One of the newest supervisors, program managers in our program. This young lady is awesome. I've had the opportunity to share some space with her as a co-worker, team member, and a thought partner. And when I tell you, she really gets it on the big picture level, and she is literally spearheading one of our greatest new initiatives and really making it happen. She's passionate and she cares, take this work very seriously, of being able to transition the lives of people. I'm talking about our very own Miss Tiara Mason. Tiara, welcome to the Employ Baltimore show.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I'm excited that you're here. I think you are only first timer today.
This is my first time.
Okay.
My last show, it's my first.
All right, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Listen, we got some exciting stuff to talk about, and nothing is more exciting than the work that we're doing is primarily impacting a lot of our young people, but it's impacting a lot of incumbent workers, people who have been in jobs that don't see advancement and promotion, have a system that's been around from the beginning of time. I always call it the original higher education, because this kind of work has been around longer than we've had a college or university. It goes back to the biblical days, and we're talking about apprenticeship. This brother that we have coming on here that's going to talk about our apprenticeship opportunities that are available right now is one of the business services representatives that's making it happen with businesses in our apprenticeship team. We're talking about the one and only Mr. Lewis Monk. Lewis, what's up, man?
You, all is well.
See, I was going to call you Mr. Bowtie, but I noticed when we was backstage pregame and you ain't had one on today, you always disappoint me at the wrong time.
My bad, man. My bad.
Oh, man, welcome to the show. You know, it's exciting when we get to talk about apprenticeship opportunities, man. And you guys have some updates and some major things that y'all have had happening. And I know our audience is excited to hear about it.
No doubt. I can't wait to talk about it.
All right. And last but certainly not least, she is the queen of transportation, y'all. This young lady has taken this initiative, and they pretty much gave her a build out, and she's taken it, put it together, and have done amazing things with it. I mean, I'm talking committed everything that she needed to know about this program to her understanding. I've watched her do presentations on this program. If we're talking about innovation, our Let's Ride to Work program is one of the most innovative things that I've seen in workforce development. As always, Baltimore and the Mayor's Office of Employment Development is spearheading it. But how many of you know you can't have innovative ideas, programs, and projects without innovative people? And this young lady is a progressive, forward thinker. She's the one and only fabulous Miss Nikki Reed. Miss Reed, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm
Okay.
great. How's everyone else?
She still got that smile like she's still in Florida. That's right. I saw them pictures you posted on
Yeah,
Facebook.
my mind is still in Mexico, but I'm back here
Oh,
doing
was
work.
it Mexico?
So
I
it
thought it
was-
was. I thought you was in Florida. You in Mexico. All right. So y'all listen. Everybody unmute right now. We got the whole team on the screen. That's right.
Sure.
It's awesome, Michael. Everybody. We got so many of our people that's in the chat right now. Y'all, the thing I want y'all to do before we start talking individually about our programs, I just want everybody, if I was to ask you about one thing that's exciting you about being in this workforce development space, how would you respond? Come on, Nikki, we're going to kick it off with you.
My keyword first thing came to mind is being impactful. Like the work that we do here at the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, the lives that we are impacting positively, changing the narrative for families in the community. That's my answer right there.
All right, that's an awesome answer. Louis Monk, I'm gonna come to you, man. Something that's exciting to you about the great work that you're participating in workforce development.
So for me, what gets me hype in the morning is just the ability to give people the opportunity to have jobs, and not just a job, right? A job is a job, but this is giving people the opportunity to have a career. So what that means is that, like, generations down the line, you might be tough right now, but if you come through us, through the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, and you do what you need to do, we're going to help you out as much as we can, and you can have a career going on and not just a job. So that's what makes me excited.
Man, we talking big picture, long-term success.
That's
Again,
right.
about to go over. And listen, there couldn't be polar opposites right here, but this ain't short-term success, I want to call it, but it's a gateway. Tiara, talk to us about what's exciting you about being in this great work of workforce development right now and the things that are taking place.
I would say changing the narrative and breaking the barriers, especially with all of our programs collectively and what our agency stands for and what we uphold. We take it to heart, changing the lives of what society, what people have thought about.
Awesome, man. Are y'all here? Man, put some hearts up in the comments, because y'all hear these people who ain't just getting a paycheck, man. They here talking about how this work has always been fueled by caring, compassion, people who are committed and dedicated to seeing change. I want to talk to this brother who has the South Baltimore sector as his responsibility bill. As it pertains to doing workforce development work right now and some of the things that we know is happening with our economy, changes in administrations, all that sort of thing. Tell me what's exciting you about it right now.
The coolest thing is we're out and about in the community and people are coming up to us that we haven't seen in 5, 7, 10 years. And the greatest thing that I can ever hear from somebody is MOED and you guys, you changed my life. I had this going on in my life. You pointed us in the right direction. Now I have a house. Now I have a car. I'm able to provide for my family. It's the greatest feeling in the world. And these are folks that we haven't seen in years, and they're going to refer their brothers, their sisters, their kids. It's just a really cool feeling to know that we've made an impact on people's lives.
Man, a generational impact. And as we talk about generational impact, I want to finish this particular question up with the person who we're going to talk to first today about the many wonderful things that are happening in workforce development. My big brother, the GOAT, Darrell. What's up, man? Talk to me about what's
transformational. This is what this agency is all about, transforming lives. Marvin, you know where we come from. We come out of the projects. Awesome. We come from a place where it was highly no resources, no services, no opportunities. And for us to grow up into that environment and then get into a place where we can actually provide those things to a lot of those generations that coming up behind us. I mean, all the things that we can give to a person right now that just want to transform their life. You want to get a job, we can help you with that. You want to get training, we can help you with that. You want to get a new job, we can help you with that. Right now, MOED is the most transformational agency, I believe, that's in Baltimore City, transforming lives. I don't care how you come in the door, you're going to leave the door whole. You're going to leave back out healed. We don't want you coming into our centers and walking out feeling like we let you down. And that's our biggest customer service goal for you. Come into our centers. Give us a chance to help you figure out what you're trying to do with your life. Give us a chance to help you figure out where you want to go. Because that's where we started out. I was lucky to have people who took my hand and said, Darrell, we're not going to let you fall and falter. Come along with us. Well, guess what? You watching 6 people that's reaching out. Our hands is reaching out to you right now. We want to pull you in. We want to pull you up. I don't care if you got background issues. I don't care if you have no skills. I don't care if you have no education. We want to pull you up because that's what? We started out that way. Background issues, no education, no direction, no purpose. But guess what? We met people who said, listen, you can do better and we believe in you. And we're those same people. We're only giving back to those who gave to us. And every time I step foot into this agency, I remember all the people who reached out to me. And I know that their spirit is flowing through me to you. So when I reach out to you, I'm reaching out to you sincerely to pull you up and to help you forward. So everyone in this agency has that same mission and that same drive. You come to us because you know you're going to go to the places you need to go in life. And that's what we're here to do. And I love this agency. I love all the folks. So Marvin, I watched this brother grow. Bill, we basically are brothers. We came from the same school. We born on the same day. So trust me, this is family, y'all. And when you come to us, you come into a family that's ready to embrace you as family. This ain't work for us. I love doing this job. I don't even feel like I'm working, bro.
Darrell, you making my job easy today, and you are gonna be the first.
All we do is transform lives, man.
You are gonna be the first conversation we have, so I don't know if you want to keep everybody on the screen.
Oh, okay. So listen,
whether you're gonna drop them back. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. I'm the host, brother. No, I'm joking. I don't know what our esteemed producer wants to do, but I want to make sure that I get an opportunity to know how we're going to do it. But Darrell, I want to talk to you because you said some powerful and impactful things, and you supervise a team of 4 amazing BSRs right now who are in 2 of our very impactful locations. And what I want to do is one of the things that everybody heard me refer to you as the GOAT. One of the things that you do, I believe, better than anybody is the planning and coordinating of opportunities for people to get into employment opportunities. So while we got you here, I want to give you the opportunity to talk a little bit about your team, some of the focus, and then transition to some of the events and stuff that you guys have coming up.
Oh, thank you. So I have a team of 4 wonderful BSRs. Katanya Lester, who's producing this show. Deirdre Moore Durant, who's working out of our Eastside Career Center. I also have Delia Henry and Joy Brown that works out of our Workforce Reception Center. Let me tell you these 4 dynamic women. And I say that 4 dynamic, strong, powerful women. All 4 of them are focused on specific industries. So let's take healthcare. Right now, we have 2 events coming up, thanks to Joy Brown and Deirdre Moore Durant, where we have 23 healthcare providers that are going to come to the Workforce Reception Center and come to the Eastside Career Center on the 12th and the 20th to give you a job in various healthcare opportunities. These 2 ladies work with almost every healthcare agency in the city of Baltimore. You interested in getting a job at Johns Hopkins? You need to be talking to Joy Brown. You interested in getting a job at ARC or the House of Ruth? You need to be talking to Deirdre Moore Durant. You interested in working at MedStar, Mercy, Sinai, LifeBridge? You need to be talking to Joy Brown and Deirdre Moore Durant. But guess what? Suppose you want to get a job at Comcast. My dynamic BSR, Delia Henry, got an event coming up on the 18th, and they're hiring for all Comcast jobs right now. She worked with Comcast so closely, she called Stacy up and said, I have a candidate for you. That person is working within a matter of weeks. Then it's Katanya Lester. We have been doing Great work with construction, y'all. Everybody understand that right now in every area of Baltimore, there's some development going on. We have development going on at Port Covington. We have development going on at Somerset Perkins. We have development going on at Canton Harbor Point. We have development going on with our great partners over at EBDI in East Baltimore. Katanya Lester is plugging individuals into all of those positions: labor, plumbing, electrical, all that work. And we have a pre-screening event that we do every 2 weeks at the Eastside Career Center. So listen, my 4 team members are focused on specific industry sectors, but they also work broadly with warehousing, transportation, and those kind of companies as well. And we're planning some events based on that. We are able to get a person that really wants to work an offer or opportunity within 30 days, thanks to these 4 dynamic women. That's how we are building relationships with employers. We don't want to just have you come into our site and we send you to a computer to fill out an application and then you leave out wondering what's going to happen. That's not us. You sit down with our BSRs, you're going to know the next step for you. We're going to send your resume to that employer. That employer is going to tell us, yes, I want to interview this person. So we got this. We have a powerful team of BSRs, even on your team, Marvin. The work that my boy Keon is doing up at Northwest Career Center, the definite work that Bill is doing over at the Employment Connection Center. We have so many employers that we're connected to. And the great thing about it, all we have to do is plug you in. Amazon, like Deirdre just put on there, we have a great, oh my Lord. The partnership with Amazon is so amazing. We have a kiosk right at the Eastside Career Center. Tomorrow morning, you can walk in there, plug in your information, and get a printout to, not a printout, but get it on the screen where you can go to take your drug screening and background check. And guess what? Once you do that, you're going to be given a job offer next week. That's how close our relationships is with these businesses. We have a business service team that's working with businesses hand in hand. And they love what we're offering. So they love the fact that we have candidates that's always coming to our centers. You guys got to come to our centers. You got to see what's happening in our centers. You got to come and talk to Maurice Blandon about Hire Up. You got to talk to our CDFs about Train Up. You got to come in because you don't have to sit around and wonder what's next for you. We figured that out. We know what's next. A good training, a good job, a good career, and a good opportunity. Knock on our doors, and it's right there for you.
Darrell, before I let you go, I think we got...
Because you know, once you get me started, I can't stop. So
you good, brother, you good. But before we let you go and move on to the next person, I want to make sure, because I think we have some flyers for those upcoming events. Yes. Katanya, are we able to get those flyers on the screen so Darrell can reiterate the upcoming events one more time before we move on? And while we getting that set up, y'all, look in the chat. One of our fabulous, outstanding, amazing team members, Shay Evans, has posted a bit.ly link to get you connected directly to the centers. Maurice Blandon, one of my other brothers, is in the chat. We got everybody in the chat. We got Brandon from HR. We got on Deirdre Moore Durant, who Darrell was just shouting out. We got her in there, but we got these flyers up. Darrell, talk us through a little bit of what we're seeing.
Here we go about construction. I told you we got about 10 sites in Baltimore City where we need Baltimore City residents to work. These jobs, we got a local hiring law that's put in place so that these contractors can hire Baltimore City residents. So the next event we're hosting for pre-screening for construction is going to be next week. I believe it's on the 19th, next Wednesday. I believe we have that on, let me make sure I got my date straight for that. Next Wednesday, we're having a construction pre-screening event at the Eastside Career Center from 10 to noon. If you fit any of these qualifications, we have a job for you. Suppose you just got your OSHA and you don't have any experience, but you got OSHA 10, 20, 30, 40. We got a job for you. We just need you to be a Baltimore City resident that's ready to work.
Right,
so that construction is a lot of work out there. The next flyer, Katanya. We already told you about Amazon. We have them coming to 2 of our locations this month. They're coming to the Eastside Career Center on the 17th. They're also coming to the Workforce Reception Center, I believe, and I can't see the date, I believe that's on the 27th. What Amazon is doing is you can come into these centers, get a job right that day. You're going to get a job offer before you leave. You're going to get a job offer before you leave that event. You're going to do your background, your drug screening. They're going to do everything at our location. So when you leave, you know when you're supposed to start work. It's contingent upon that drug screening, but Amazon is 420 friendly, which is a great thing. You know, it is a great thing. They are giving people opportunities who once worked there that didn't do too well. Every 6 months, you can reapply. If maybe things didn't work out, maybe you had childcare issues and couldn't make the schedule, but guess what? 6 months later, you can reapply and they're willing to give you a second chance to come work for them again. So Amazon is a great partner with us. I'm gonna give a shout out to Monica Lang. She's been working very closely with our agency, and our partnership with Amazon is just unbelievable.
Awesome.
Well, there we go. We got 2 healthcare opportunities coming up. I just told you about the wonderful work Joy Brown is doing. Our first job fair is Wednesday, October the 12th at the Workforce Reception Center. And let me give you just a few names of some employers that will be attending. We have Total Healthcare coming. We have DaVita Dialysis coming. We have Lorien Health Services coming. We have LifeBridge Health coming. University of Maryland, Michael Franklin bringing his whole squad. We have the Baltimore City Health Department coming. We have Baltimore Medical Systems coming. We have a new group that's taken over a whole host of nursing homes in the area, ProMedica, that are coming. They're hiring top to bottom. So we're having both of these events. We're having 2 locations. If you missed the event on the 12th, you can attend the Eastside event on Wednesday, October the 20th. Most of these employers will be showing up at both events. But we also have training providers that are attending. Suppose you want to be a CNA. Suppose you want to get your medical some certifications in the medical field. Those opportunities will be there as well. Thank you, Katanya.
Awesome stuff. You can hold on that one. Hold on that one. Yeah, hold on that one. I want to take the opportunity to thank Mr. Darrell Falls, man. I don't know if you're gonna hang out and stick around, but thank you, man. This is great information that you're putting out. And your team is doing amazing work. There's a brother in the chat, Michael LaMartina. Can somebody please put my email somewhere where he can get to it? This is the kind of stuff, y'all, when we talk about economic justice, that means the most to us. This brother says that he's working 70 hours a week somewhere for less than $10 an hour. Man, we believe in economic justice. And this next brother that we getting ready to talk to, Michael, I want to partner you with him because he's going to make sure that you have an opportunity that's going to make sure that you're getting a family sustainable wage at a minimum of $15 an hour, and equitable workspace. Our director, Miss Yvette Clark, who I also see in the chat, has been talking about quality work environment. Y'all, we are pushing employers to make sure that you coming to work somewhere that's good for your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. So somebody please shoot my email in the chat to Mr. Michael LaMartina. Just put it in the chat for whoever, but put it in there for Michael LaMartina, anybody that's a part of our team, so we can connect with that brother and we can right the things that I believe are really wrong that's happening right now. Thank you, Shay. Now we're talking to my man from the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center. Bill, what's going on, man?
And Michael, I see you're a Brooklyn and Curtis Bay guy. Come down and see me on Bush Street, sir. I will definitely help. If you're a South Baltimore guy, I'm a South Baltimore guy. Would love to help you, especially with the ex-offender thing. For those of you folks who don't know me, I've been with the agency for 16 years. I'm an ex-offender myself. Darrell pretty much told the story. I grew up in South Baltimore, got a little bit of trouble when I was younger, wayward, and I found my calling in life when I somehow I wound up with MOED. We're working with the ex-offender population, and I'm going to tell you, I'm one of those folks that, probably one of those irritating folks that you meet every once in a while, that I actually enjoy getting up every day and I enjoy my job. I really do, because I really think we're changing people's lives out there. I know it sounds kind of hokey, but I really believe in that. And I know we got a lot of people talking today, so I want to bring Marvin up on the screen with me if we can do that, because Marvin's nice enough. He's bringing a really brand new employer to the area next Thursday, so I want to talk about that before I talk about what's going on at the ECC. Can we do a split screen, Katanya? All right. So Marvin has been nice enough to bring a brand new warehouse. So Marvin, I'm going to turn it over to you and tell everybody. I think we've got 60 people signed up for next Thursday.
No, we are well over 80 people pre-registered, and the company is called White Box. They are a subcontractor to Amazon. So if you are ordering something from Amazon and you see a 6-pack of espresso, and that 6-pack of espresso is all one flavor, but you want the 6-pack, just 6 different flavors. This is what White Box does. Amazon will ship the necessary products over to them. They repackage them in the way that you want, and then they ship it out to you. The thing about this place is it's one of the most innovative warehousing operations that I've seen. Right now, we in conversation about how we can put more money into the salary, but they are paying $16 an hour. And next Thursday, if we can get the flyer up, Katanya, we're going to be at the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center. What you want to do is find this flyer on all of our social media platforms, and you want to scan that code or use that bit.ly link and register yourself, because the registration will be checked off, and those who pre-register will have first priority. They're about to hit peak season, and there are going to be a lot of opportunities out there. This place is one of the most innovative. We had the privilege of being able to go and do a tour, and that term that we've been talking about, quality work environment, you're going to love going to work there every day. The way that they have things set up and structured. Listen, their day shifts are all 4 10-hour days. So you got a 3-day work, 3 days off every week. They doing that stuff in Europe. They doing it everywhere but America. But this is one of the forward-thinking employers who is doing these 4 10-hour days to give you a 4-day work week with 3 days off. So we want to, again, encourage you. Find this flyer. We'll repost it after this. Scan that QR code. Use the bit.ly link. Get yourself registered. Then show up next week on the 13th of October at 1410 Bush Street down at our South Baltimore Employment Connection Center. You're going to see me there. You're going to see Bill there. You're going to see people. Now, listen, at that day, there's going to be your opportunity to not only apply, but to be interviewed and receive your contingent offer. You're going to know leaving whether you have an opportunity for employment or not on that day, because our goal at the Mayor's Office of Employment Development is to make sure that our relationship leads to results. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that, Bill. It's back in your hands.
Okay, so we're going to do one more thing. A lot of you don't know that. Well, Marvin is my supervisor, and I'm going to give a little shout out to our team. Our team is just as good, if not better. And we got a young staff. We got two OGs, and we've got 2 young folks that are killing it. Want to say a little shout out to Keon Chavez and Cortez Cannon. We've got a great team. You know, when Darrell was talking about that, the cool thing that I really enjoy about this agency is if a person comes into our center, say, for example, Mr. Martina, you come by and see me next week and you're looking for a certain job and I might not have it, I'll reach out to Keon. I'll reach out to Cortez. I'll reach out to Deidre. We have literally hundreds of years of experience in workforce development. If I can't find something for you, I'll find an answer for you from somebody else. We have lots of folks that have what we call sector experience. There's lots of industries. You name the industry, we have somebody that's a specialist in it. So
Bill, you just did
to come down. Yep.
You one of our transportation gurus. You just had a major windfall of opportunities from some of the work that you've done in the past with TransDev. What opportunities do you have coming up in the transportation sector?
So actually what I want to talk, I actually need some box truck drivers. I need delivery drivers. The reason I'm coming on today, and I'm going to do this, I know we have other people coming on real briefly. We're due to popular demand. We used to do something called the Job Club back in the day over at our centers. And I had customers asking me to bring it back. So starting this Wednesday, next week, we're going to do it's called Job Club. It starts at 10 o'clock. And what that entails is I will have an employer every single Wednesday, and that employer will be there just to hire. They'll be interviewing on the spot. So if you come down to our center, you'll see a flyer come out. It'll be posted every Friday. It'll let you know who's going to be there. It'll be at least one employer, possibly 2. We'll also have our great staff doing little workshops. We're going to have Nikila Sewell. She'll be She's our great career navigator. She's going to help you out with resumes. We've got Lachelle Rice. She's going to help you out with our training opportunities that we have, especially for our folks in the South Baltimore area. And then we'll have Andre Shivers. He'll talk to you about our IT. You know, we got really great computer classes. If you need to get your typing skills up, you need to learn about Microsoft Office. We've got all that on board. And then what will happen is I'm going to hand you a packet when you come through the door, and it's going to have all the opportunities that we have as an agency. And we'll do that every week until you get a job. It's a proven way to do it. It's kind of an old school way to do it. You just keep coming until we get you a job. And it's plain simple. I'm going to start that next week. In order to be part of the job club, you have to be registered at one of our centers. You can call down our center, 410-396-1052. We did it in the past. I would have a packed house every single week. People really look forward to it. It was almost like, you know, we had the Westport folks, we had the Cherry Hill folks, we had the Brooklyn folks. It was really cool, and we can't wait to get started with that again. So I hope to see a bunch of folks on Wednesday.
Bill, I want to say before we get you out of here, man, I'm honored, first of all, to work with you, even though I'm your supervisor, and I'm always inspired by your work ethic, man. You go hard in the paint for the residents of the city of Baltimore. You've been doing that for a long time and producing incredible results. And you started off this program year in an incredible way, man. I thank you for loving Baltimore and doing the great work that you do, man. Listen, your hustle is unmatched in this game, man. And you are a key element of what makes MOED what it is. Thank you so much for being you.
I really appreciate that, Marvin. Thank you. Everybody have a great weekend, and go Ravens.
Awesome. You on live with the Employ Baltimore show. We come to you every Thursday at 1 p.m. This is our first live broadcast in a really, really long time. So my excitement level is on 1,000. I saw Miss Donnice Brown in the chat. We did not have anybody from youth services on this show while we talk about the plethora of services. We're going to right that wrong, because I'm going to tie my brother, Tavon Thomas, down to coming and sitting down for an hour with me, because youth opportunity, man, listen, forget everything that you knew about it outside of the fact that the caring adult model is helping young people in Baltimore City get to where they get to. How they doing it? The goals and focuses are the same, but man, this brother and his team is laying down some new stuff. So Tavon, if you're still watching the broadcast, I need you to commit right now that you're going to sit down and talk to me for an hour on the Employee Baltimore show about the great things that's happening at Yo, because we should have had a representative here today, but we're going to right that wrong and fix it. All right? We're going to wait for Tavon. Everybody get in the chat and put pressure on Tavon about, oh, he said it already. He said he's here, say less, he coming on. But y'all listen, and we need to get the flyer for that. I'm going to make sure that we blasting it again next week on the 12th. Every 18 to 24-year-old opportunity young adult, 18 to 24-year-old Baltimore City resident needs to be at 1510 West Lafayette Avenue at the Westside Youth Opportunity Center. It's the fall open house. Listen, y'all, it's going to be service providers. They're going to be learning about a lot of the new and innovative things that are taking place at the Youth Opportunity Center. And I love what the brother said this morning in one of our meetings, that we are getting back to focusing on our core values, which is employment, education opportunities, and training. So listen, y'all know I'm going to keep it a stack. If he on your couch since graduation, tell him, get up, take a shower, come down to 1510 West Lafayette Avenue on next week. I wish it was a way that we could get somebody email Tavon a link. We're going to see if we can preserve a little bit of time to get him on here and get his fly. Can we make that happen, Madam Producer? In order to make it happen, we got to keep the show moving. And the very next person that we're going to talk to is Mr. Lewis Monk from our apprenticeship team. Lewis, welcome to the Employee Baltimore show.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm excited, man. Look, I'm excited. You can't tell. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I'm pumped up too. So first of all, let me get this out of the way. First of all, everybody, I am a Redskins fan. I know. We gotta still love them, everybody. We gotta still love them. So listen, for the apprenticeship program, I'm just equally as excited as Marvin, because basically, if you need an apprenticeship, we're working on both sides. Me and my man Kerry, who's my partner in crime, who's my other business service representative, we work with the businesses and we work with the job seekers. So we just matching the two. So if you call us and you say, hey man, I want to be an apprentice. Now people think of apprentices, they think of carpentry, plumbing, things of that nature. But that's not the case. We have apprenticeships with healthcare, transportation, cybersecurity. So we have all types of apprenticeships, right? We're working with the apprenticeship right now for sewing, tailoring. So you can imagine that there's a whole bunch of different apprenticeships. So we are excited to get our apprenticeship program off the ground and running. And like I said, we work on both sides. We work on the job seeker side. So if you're looking for an apprenticeship, we got you. But we also work on the apprenticeship side. So if you know a company out there that has an apprenticeable position, talk to me or Carrie, and we will get that straight so we can get you an apprenticeable position. Now, the key thing about that is the city and the state are offering financial incentives. So you could potentially have up to $6,500 per apprentice. And that money doesn't come after the program is over. It comes very quickly. So I'm gonna say within the first 45 days, you'll get your check, and you're able to use that money however you want to use it. You want to pay for books or training or things of that nature. Now, there's a couple little things that have to go in and that are involved with that, but we have people here that'll help you get through it. And real quick before I go, for our job seekers, you don't have a resume? Don't worry about it. We have a lady here named Yessie, who is our readiness coach, our job readiness coach. Her job is to get you ready for a job. She's going to help you with interviewing skills. She's going to help you with your resume. She's going to help you with financial literacy. If the job requires a little test that you have to take, she's going to help you with that. Then we have Toby, who is our retention specialist. She's going to help you stay there. We don't want to just get you a job and then be done with you. We want you to have a career. We want you to stay there, get a career, be focused, and help your family for generations to come. So that's who we are. I'm very excited. Hopefully, if you have any problems or any questions, you can always email me. I'll put my email name in the chat. I'll put my email in the chat. And I put my phone number in the chat as well. Give me a call, text me, email me, smoke signal, knock on my door. We're trying to get you employed here. That's what we do.
We also want to get your email up on the screen, Lewis, but we want to shout out your esteemed and awesome leader, Miss Wendy Gordon, for the great work that you guys are doing. You guys are up to what, 40-something apprentices already?
About that.
Man, listen, man, that's awesome work, because this is another one of those programs that started from scratch. And you guys have taken the reins on this thing, and y'all are making it happen. Real quick, brother, give me about 60 seconds of that appetizers and apprenticeships, man. We got to keep putting that out there, because that's the kind of powerful move that's making sure the doors open for people that are interested in apprenticeship.
So we had a program called Appetizers and Apprentices, and that's when all the companies came out. So we kind of gave them what their incentives are and how great it is for them to have people that can work for their companies. So the thing about an apprenticeship, once you get that training, we want you to stay at that company. We want you to work at that company and be productive. But for whatever reason, you can't work at that company. You still have that training, and you can go forth into the world a better person than when you came in. We had the city council person that came through. I can't think of his name right now. Corey McCray.
State senator.
I'm sorry. State Senator Corey McCray came through. He was actually an apprentice. He went through an apprenticeship program. So he came through and gave his experiences and, said that that's pretty much what turned his life around and made him be the great man that he is today. So it was a great program. We're going to have some more. My email's in the chat. Email me. Let's make it happen.
Thank you for joining us, Lewis. I love your excitement and your energy level, and I love to see it producing the results that it's producing, brother. You are so dedicated to being the best business service representative that you can. I've been in training spaces with you. You're taking your time out to get the information and do it right. You and Carrie, the entire team. I love what Yessie is doing. I love what Toby is doing. And again, your esteemed leader, Miss Wendy Gordon, piloting the ship, man. Thank you so much for what apprenticeship is doing. You guys are having a major impact in the work that we do here in Baltimore.
Thanks, man.
All right, y'all. Again, you on live with the Employee Baltimore Show. We come to you every Thursday at 1 p.m. And I'm about to talk to one of my new favorite people in this agency, y'all. Not only did I get a chance to work with her a little bit, but I got a chance to function in the thought partner space with her. And she just gets it. Her thought process towards what this work is really about, beyond the fact that we get paid to do it, and beyond the fact that we're in position to help people, but what it really means for the bigger picture, not only of our people that we're serving life, but the impact that it's having on some of the major issues as she's working in spaces that's dealing with some of the major issues in our city, like the squeegee entrepreneurs. It's just been inspiring to me, and I want to bring her on the screen now. I want to talk to Miss Tiara Mason. Miss Mason, how you doing?
Hello, Marvin. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for being with us today and that amazing, amazing Higher Up initiative.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We're more than grateful to be here.
All right, so talk to us a little bit about you and your program.
All right. Well, I'm the project manager for the Higher Up program. And the Higher Up program is a temporary job transitional program which hosts employment for 6 months for Baltimore City residents over the age of 18 and over. We have various agency partnerships with DPW, Downtown Partnership. We have Rec and Parks. We have MOEM, which deals with the youth, like you were speaking about with the squeegee entrepreneurs. We have Parking Authority. We have Department of Finance, Department of Transportation. The list continues on. Some of our jobs vary from IT to front desk services to solid waste workers and laborers to tow truck drivers. If anyone knows a tow truck driver that has their yellow cards and don't have the yellow cards, please let us know. We definitely need those. So again, our program is a 6-month transitional program. Throughout our program for the 6 months, you'll have job readiness training before you start your job. You'll also work with our wonderful BSR, Maurice, who is in the chat, I believe.
Yay, Reese.
I'm sorry, say it again.
No, I say, yeah, Reese.
Yes, Maurice, the wonderful BSR that we have. He will help you with all of your job placements. So he'll send you out job leads throughout the entire time that you're with our program. We also have our wonderful career navigator, Nadia Ziegler, who is, I believe, in the chat or was in the chat. She's our career navigator. She's going to help you with writing your resume. She's going to host Go For It sessions with you bi-weekly. And in those sessions, you'll gain information on how to efficiently and effectively job search for jobs throughout the entire time of being in the program. She'll also help you with your resumes, cover letters, mock interviews, even just one-on-one with being kind of like a mediator for your job site. So if you're having like an issue with your job site, she's very resourceful. So she'll help you with that as well. We also provide transportation assistance, meaning we provide bus passes for 31 days, actually. And Nadia, she distributes those as well for those who are in need of them. Also, you will receive legal, mental health, and financial services. Every service that I've mentioned is free to all of the participants in our program throughout the entire 6 months. All of our jobs are $15 an hour with a minimum of 35 hours a week and no more than 40 hours a week.
Man, listen, y'all, this is one of them stop the press moments because we used to call this model something like supportive employment because literally every element, this is a holistic approach to helping people who are in one place that's trying to get to another place. I do want to take the time to shout out your team, Nadia, my man Maurice, one of my childhood friends I grew up with, and the great work that y'all doing, and Miss Shay Evans, who's plugged in and really making the magic happen over there. Shari Mitchell, who I've forgiven for quitting on me. No, I'm joking. Shari used to work under me. Now she's doing something else. But it's an outstanding work that's being done. And you guys have had the opportunity to work with MOED directly as it pertains to Squeegee, which is on the news a lot, but on Fox more than others. But we're going to leave that alone. Can you talk to us a little bit specifically about the work that's been happening with MOED?
Yeah, so I love when we have to talk about the youth because that's like a passionate spot in my heart. So with the folks with the young individuals over at MOED, MOED actually recruits a lot of those individuals. So these are individuals who you may see on the corners that are squeegeeing and throughout the neighborhoods. They come through their program with them and they recruit them and they place them in jobs that we have. So from solid waste workers, some are working at Revival Hotel, in various positions there. We have at all the agencies that I previously mentioned, more than likely there's at least one or more youth members that are actually employed there. They have all gotten wonderful, wonderful reviews from their work performance from the beginning up until now. There are quite a few potential full-time offers for permanent positions at those work sites where they are, because they're doing tremendous work. Like Marvin said, the media may not showcase that, but I'm going to speak on it because I understand, I see what they're doing with. Now, when I say they, I mean the youth that are actually hired through us. Their retention rate is quite well for them just to be coming into the work field. This is some of their first job opportunities, and they're excelling at it.
Tierra, I want to thank you so much for your commitment and for the great work that your team is doing. I'm just excited about what the future holds when I look around this agency and I see some of our newer people that are passionate and working with conviction in the areas that are really hitting the big picture concerning our city. So again, I want to shout out and call them by name. Thank you, Shay Evans. Thank you so much, Tierra Mason, Shari Mitchell, Maurice Blandon, Nadia Ziegler. Thank all of y'all for the great work that you're doing and helping out the great mission of the Mayor's Office of Employment Development.
Thank you. I'll leave my email address in the chat in case anyone needs it.
All right. Now listen, somebody inboxed me. I guess they thought they was checking me or something, talking about we need more time with each one of these things. We gonna bring everybody back on their own show, y'all. This is just how we kick it off. Don't be all in my inbox though. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Y'all gonna have whole shows about all this stuff that we talking about. You just make sure that you keep tuning in. Our viewership is great today. We want to make sure that we're continuing to push great viewership on the Employee Baltimore show. We come to you every Thursday at 1 p.m. hosted most of the time by yours truly. We got the greatest engineer in the game, podcasting engineer, Miss Katanya Lester. We want to make sure that we hear the next person that we're talking to. And I said before, not least at all, this innovative. If you're gonna have innovative programming, you gotta have innovative thinking and innovative people. And that is exactly who this young lady is. She's awesome. I'm gonna say this because ain't nobody gonna check me or censor me. She's a woman of God that understands that the work that we do is a ministry, and her heart towards serving people and making sure we deal with one of the most critical barriers to employment for people who are trying to get their feet up under them, which is transportation, is not an issue anymore. I'm talking about the fabulous. She is Miss Let's Ride to Work herself. Y'all, put some hearts and likes up for Miss Nikki Reed. Nikki, come on, talk to me.
Listen, all the hearts and the heart eyes for me.
Oh, she want the emojis. Y'all put the emojis with the heart eyes up.
Listen, and cars. Put the cars in there.
Put the cars all up. I'm about to go in and put something in myself. I'm about to put it up there myself. Nikki, welcome to the Employee Baltimore show again. Your program has been making incredible strides. Start us off by telling us a little bit about your program and what it offers the residents of the city of Baltimore.
So the innovative, creative Let's Ride to Work program is a partnership with Lyft, where we are literally giving eligible Baltimore City residents 40 free rides, door-to-door service to and from work. Like, there's no other program like this in the nation, not just on the East Coast or just in Maryland, like in the nation. So many folks are literally reaching out, wanting to know like the cheat code. And basically with this, you have to literally reside in Baltimore City, your new employment that can backdate within the past 2 weeks of starting your work, or a future start date. We provide these 40 free rides to and from your place of employment.
One of the things that you did when we were at Raising the Bar, you put together an amazing presentation, and I'm sure we'll be able to get you back one-on-one where we can maybe feature that on here because we have the capability to show it. But the testimonials, talk to us about some of the things, because when you start talking about people not saying you helped me get a job, help me keep a job, but this saved my life, man, that's some impactful work. Talk to us a little bit about some of the testimonials and the people that's been really blessed by Let's Ride to Work.
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? Like, there's such an influx of the testimonials that we receive, and a lot of them surrounding like changing the narrative of my family dynamic. Like, not that I'm just getting these rides just to get to and from to work in the rain or the cold, but basically I have more time to literally like feed my kids in the mornings, spending time with my family. My first rider, April 1, when we launched, he literally saved up enough money to get his own vehicle, within that short period of time of saving his money, and we covered the fee for his 40 rides. He was just as involved for 12 years. So imagine coming home, getting a job through the great mayor's Office of Employment Development, not just getting a job with us. He ultimately got the free rides from us, and then he saved up enough money to get his own vehicle on the road. We had a college student who literally just graduated from college, didn't know what she was going to do in the work field, how she was going to get to work, got a job, and then we were able to literally save money for her so she can focus on like orientation and things like that. So, I mean, the list just goes on and on. Like, we receive, and we like to share. And, you know, I make sure that they're okay with, they send videos, they send pictures, because they want to motivate other folks in the community to say, hey, what the Mayor's Office of Employment Development is doing, if they did it for me, they can do it for you as well.
Nikki, I want to thank you for the great work that you're doing. Like I said, I have the privilege of being able to know that this is not just work for you guys. Working alongside y'all, it's really a ministry. It's it's life changing and all of those kinds of things. And you personify it by the energy and effort that you put into it. Like I said, you were handed this model. You built it from soup to nuts, and to see the work that it's doing. Because when you that BSR, or you that person that has helped that person get a job, it's times when we've had to go in our own pocket to make sure that a person didn't lose an opportunity. The forward-thinking leadership of the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, working with this program, and then hitting a home run on the person who was to facilitate it. I see the difference that it's making in people who really want to work, people who really want an opportunity and their ability to sustain it. So I want to personally say thank you. I know there's some people that support you, but you don't really have a team, but thank you. Continue to do that great work. And I'm hoping that it gets so big that you do have to have a team, and that you literally replicate yourself 1,000 times over so that we can continue to bless the people that we're blessing.
Well, listen, manifested, because I came back from vacation and it was so overwhelming that I put in a request to get administrative assistance. So look out. Higher up actually is going to hire me an assistant. So look at God, right?
Look at that. It's all connected, y'all. It's all tied together. Just Nikki Reed, thank you so much for the great work that you're doing. And I'm looking forward to having you back on so we can have a more detailed conversation. Guys, you are again on with the Employ Baltimore show. We are live today for the first time in a long time. And we're here bringing you some updates on what's happening in the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Like I said before, don't get me, because today's show is kind of a kickoff for the new season. Y'all know I was excited about that 3-hour kickoff of the Law and Order SVU, the trilogy, because that's really the only thing I ever watch on TV other than sports and news is Law and Order. So this is our kickoff. This is like our next season, and I'm grateful that we were able to fix it, because we're going to get him on the talk. He committed already to that, but I wouldn't want to get him on the talk after this event that's coming up. We need to be informed about this big opportunity for people to get re-engaged, reconnected, and reacquainted with the Youth Opportunity Program. So we got him here himself, the brand new program manager for the Youth Opportunity Program, the man, the myth, the legend, the one that makes me miss my black beard, Mr. Tavon Thomas. Thank you for joining us and making the way to be here, brother. You make me feel real white.
Man, listen, from the time I logged on, my good energy to the roof, man. So salute to you for doing this great work, man. You got me on fire. Like, I feel like I'm ready to play a football game, and I ain't played since I was playing for Harlem Park Bulldogs.
Man, I'm excited, man. These are amazing transformational times in our community.
Yeah.
But in the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, our leadership is so forward thinking that we always stay in stride and in step with not only our mission, but our mission being so relevant. And that's an amazing thing when you're a person that care in the frame of the big picture. So I am on 1,000 today to know about all this new, and nothing excites me more than the great things that are happening down at 1510. I spent 12 years down there grinding and trying to help young people, and to see again Ms. Donnie Brown knock it out the park on the hire of the right person to bring the innovative concepts program and then people to carry it out. Man, Tavon, I'm so excited about what's happening at 1510. Man, talk to us a little bit about what's going on. And I really want us to have some time to focus on this fall re-engagement event.
Yeah, so if I can, man, I want to spend all the time talking about that. I'm deeply honored and humbled to serve in this capacity. As I shared with you some months ago, this is an opportunity to serve for me and to be in the community that I grew up in. I mean, literally, I came here and got my first library card, right? I came in when it was called the Multi-Purpose Center. I came in for summer camp. And so to be back here in this capacity, it fills me up when I think about it, man. But we've done so many great things since I started in this capacity. But most important, what I'm really, really excited about is our fall open house coming up next Wednesday, October the 12th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Our doors are going to be wide open to the entire community. Of course, we serve 18 to 24-year-olds, but this open house is open to everyone, every concerned or caring adult, every parent, every guardian, every social worker, every whomever you may be. If you have an 18 to 24-year-old within arm's reach of you, and you know they could use some resources as it pertains to employment, you know they can use some resources as it pertains to getting their high school diploma, and definitely if they want to get a credential in the way of occupational skills training, come through to 1510 West Lafayette Avenue. We're right in the heart of Sandtown, Winchester. Shout out to Katanya Lester, who's been handling her business. Thank you for putting it. I mean, she making it move, I'm trying to tell you. But we put this event together. The idea for the open house came because we wanted to share with the community the new staff that are here, right? And so we were just initially, it was just going to be a small little meet and greet. But as I said earlier, you know, when you start planning a party, the more you plan, the bigger it becomes. And it just became this event where we wanted to invite our partners as well. And so NCIA is going to be here, Higher Up is going to be here, Train Up is going to be here, Grassroots Careers is going to be here, Job Corps is going to be here, Catholic Charities is going to be here, Vehicles for Change, Ride to Work is going to be here. It's going to be a packed house with vendors. We have demonstrations in terms of physical fitness by our fitness instructor, Mr. Marco Johnson. We have 1012 Sports is going to be in the house. We're going to have free HIV and STD testing here. Food, we're giving away gift cards, opportunities to meet our staff, most importantly. But we want to make sure everybody feels the warmth and the love that's really emanating from this space. And I'm convinced, I am convinced that once we start doing this work, man, you're going to see a change in this entire community because the great book says charity begins at home and spreads abroad. So I'm excited about the work that we're doing here. And we're intentional about connecting young people with caring adults. And that's our case managers. We are intentional about making sure that no young person comes through these doors. No young person is referred to us and they do not get touched. That's our goal. Keep it simple, make it work. You said it earlier, Marvin, employment, education, and skills training. Those are our core services. That's what we're focusing on. And we want to make sure that our young people in the city of Baltimore have an opportunity to get connected to these amazing opportunities that, Marvin, you have so eloquently laid out for us that are happening right here at MOED, man. So I'm so excited. Thank you for getting me on at the last minute. This is really, really amazing. I'm excited.
Man, it's important to have you on here to talk about it. I'm one of those that believe it don't make no sense to bring you on after the event. I mean, well, it makes sense to talk about what was, but if we have an opportunity to get the word out, and maybe we'll come down if Katanya is available, and we'll shoot some on the spot stuff that we can run on a future show to just show people what a great turnout, man. I'm believing God, and y'all, again, I'm unapologetic about mine. I'm believing God that this is going to be a huge turnout, and it's going to be a great reintroduction to the young people in the city of Baltimore, that they still have an amazing resource in the Westside Youth Opportunity Center. It's going to be putting employers on notice that we still got that best kept secret, those young people who want opportunities. And listen, I want to challenge everybody. If you're a pastor in Baltimore, a faith leader of any kind in Baltimore, if you're a police officer, anybody that has the opportunity to impact the life of a young person, show up. Show up. We got a saying when we talk about the We Are Us movement: if you fed up, show up. We want you to show up and be present on that day, to understand that you have an incredible resource outside of some of the things that you may already be doing to help that young person that you so care about. You have something else, Tavon? I see you laughing. I didn't know if you had something else you wanted to add.
No, sir. Listen, I'm actually getting ready to interview somebody. So I'm off a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Thank you for this opportunity, man. I appreciate. See you all next week, next Wednesday, October 12th.
Thank you for joining us. And listen, I want to thank everybody that tuned in today. Now, listen, you have one major responsibility, and that's to share this broadcast. I mean, go to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development page and share it. Share it 3 or 4 times. Attach it to your story. We need everybody to see the great things that are happening, because there's a people out there that are looking for opportunities. You guys showed up today. We still got over 20 something viewers showing on the screen right now that are here. Make sure that every one of y'all share this broadcast. I see one of our greats, Lanita Lewis, Michelle Rice, that South Baltimore Employment Connection Center crew is on the screen. We had Nadia was on with us today, Brandon Scott from our HR team, Rhonda Johnson from our HR team, Shay Evans, as I said earlier. Shay be in the chat working, y'all. Them people get in there and they got questions. Shay answering questions and giving them resources and all of that. We had our director, Miss Yvette Clark. And listen, y'all, I'm putting it out there because we have some awesome directors. Let me tell you about the directors from Jason Perkins Cohen on down. Our directors are so humble that they don't look for media opportunities and things of that nature. They got the people doing the work, tell a story. But I'm going to put a challenge out there. Y'all put JPC, y'all put all the directors' initials in the chat right now. I want all the directors to come, and I want us to do something called Directors Month. Maybe once a month, we'll have a show where we get to talk to the director, because talking to the visionaries that is behind a lot of this. I love what Nikki is doing. I love what we get to do in employer services. But Jason Perkins Cohen, Yvette Clark, Mackenzie Garvin, who are literally the people that's making sure that we have not only the funding, but the free reign of great people. That our directors, man, it's like y'all got it. Y'all got the ideas. Y'all got what's make it happen. I want to sit down and be able to talk to them from time to time, so that you can understand that there's some people who are so humble that they never look to hog the spotlight or the camera. Even when we in public spaces, y'all, they kind of fall back and let those faces of us that y'all know and y'all see go forth. But I want to be able to bring them on here and shout them out. I do, while we had the opportunity, want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Jason Perkins Cohen, Mackenzie Garvin, Yvette Clark, Craig Lewis, anybody I'm forgetting, y'all. Is it anybody? If it's anybody, our wonderful program managers. Our newest program manager up at the Northwest Career Center, D. Greg Alexander. Down in South Baltimore, Mark Cooper. Over at Eastside, Diane. Over at the Workforce Reception Center, Adrian McCauley. We just talked to Tavon Thomas. Our other assistant director, Miss Donnice Brown. Y'all, we have some amazing people that are doing amazing work in Baltimore. And if I seem turned up, it's because I am. And I get a little bit emotional, because what a lot of people don't know, the first time I walked into a Mayor's Office of Employment Development program, I was a young father that had just gotten custody of my kids, and I needed some help. I didn't get just help. I got a career. When I wasn't the most qualified, when I wasn't the most educated, I got an opportunity. And here, 20-something years later, I ain't going there looking for a job. I went in as a customer. I went in as a client. People saw potential in me. Miss Brenda Sierra. Later on, Mr. Gerald Grimes, Joy Brown, Cynthia Jefferson, the people that Dan Baldwin that taught me and raised me in what it means to really serve the people of the city of Baltimore. Right? Opportunities at leadership from Miss Yvette Clark, who was not just a supervisor or director, she's a teacher. It means the world to me to be able to bring services to the people of the city of Baltimore, to serve alongside people who are truly passionate about the work that they do, and not just showing up because we show up. We thrived through the pandemic. Coming out of the pandemic, we performed. Now we're stabilizing, and the Mayor's Office of Employment Development is still here to make sure that you get great opportunities. If you're looking for an opportunity, we're looking for you. We are the Mayor's Office of Employment Development with a focus on economic justice. Our goal is to build a workforce system that really works. Thank you for joining the Employ Baltimore show. We hope to see you on next Thursday. Peace.